final one, most important one. Pineapple on a pizza, yes or no?
Hey, today's video is a cool one as I've had the opportunity to meet and interview one of Britain's best tennis players, Harriet Dart. Now this year has been the best year of her career so far. She's broken into the world's top 100, she's reached a career high ranking of 84, and she's been nominated for the WTA Newcomer of the Year award. So stay tuned to find out more about Harriet's career so far. And if you hang around to the end of the video, you'll hear some fun facts about Harriet, including the weirdest thing she keeps in her tennis bag and the all-important question of whether she has pineapple on her pizza or not. Let's get into it. Welcome back. Now, just to put this interview into context, I've recently been away on a trip with ASICS to their tennis summit, which some of their professional athletes also attended, including Novak Djokovic. Now, during this trip, I got to test out two of ASICS' new 2023 shoes, including the new Court FF3 and the Gel Resolution 9s. And I'm actually going to be making a review of both of those pairs of trainers. So if you want to see more from my trip, including the review and the Q&A with Novak Djokovic, then be sure to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, let's get into my interview with Harriet.
So, first of all, massive thank you for your time. I know it's been a busy day for you. And a huge congratulations on your most incredible year of your career so far. From my eyes, I don't know how you feel about that.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's been a really fun year, exciting, and just experiencing some new things. And yeah, it's just been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you've had your career high ranking this year?
Yes.
Yeah, and I think it's crazy. Congratulations for being nominated for the WTA award.
Thank you.
Not much of a newcomer in my eyes. You know, I've been watching your whole journey from the start, but still really, really cool to be nominated for that, right?
Yeah.
So first of all, I'm going to go through some like really basic questions, and then at the end, I've got 10 quickfire questions that are going to be really fun, and a chance for you to just like bang them out. Okay. So first of all, can you summarise your journey from when you started playing tennis to today in 30 seconds?
30 seconds.
I'm going to time it, actually. It's a challenge.
It is a challenge. God, I need to not fall off this chair.
It's pretty precarious, that chair.
Yeah.
Okay, do you reckon you can do it in 30 seconds?
I'll try.
Ready? Go.
Started playing tennis when I was 7, introduced by my parents, kind of went from there, went to an academy, then went back to normal school, travelled the world, then been training I was trained in Istanbul, then I've been, was in Serbia, and then I've been in London, so I've been a bit all over the place, and now just currently training at the NTC.
And at what point did you know that you wanted to go pro?
You know, I always dreamt of playing professional tennis, but I think when you're young, you have a dream and you're not quite sure of the reality of it and kind of what it takes. And, you know, ever since I was a young girl, probably when I was like between 9 and 13, I always thought I would love to be able to become a professional tennis player. But like I said, it takes so much more than just saying that. But probably when I was about 14, I was like, okay, yeah, this is something that I'd really want to do and pursue.
And at that point, where were you when you were 14? Were you in the UK, or was that when you were travelling around?
I was in the UK. I was at Bisham Abbey. I was there for 3 years, from when I was 13 to 16, and then I went back to normal school. And whilst I was also training at the NTC, finishing my exams at proper school, then I went to Turkey for 2 years. My coach was based out there, and then I was in Serbia for a little bit. And now I'm back home, and it's nice to be home.
I'm sure. And so you mentioned your coach. So who have been your biggest influences through your tennis journey? And it doesn't have to be coach, it could be other people.
Yeah, I mean, I've been really fortunate to work with some really great coaches. And, you know, to be able to have the support of my family. I think, you know, they've been the constant. You know, I've been a bit here, there and everywhere. My tennis journey isn't as straightforward as, you know, some other people's, but I definitely met some amazing people along the way, and just to be able to have the consistent help of my friends and family has been the most important to me.
Amazing. And you know, your career and your rankings have been improving year on year on year. And it doesn't always work like that for everybody. You know, sometimes they'll drop down and up and down. Can you put your finger on any reasons why you've kind of managed to keep improving results wise?
Yeah, I think, you know, I got a bit stuck in inside the 150 bracket for about 3-4 years, which felt like a bit of an eternity for me. And you know, I was constantly evaluating how we're going to make the next big jump. And you know, this year's been a great year for me. And at Indian Wells, it showed me that what I was capable of, and being able to put it all together, and knowing that my level was always there. It's just consistently being able to produce it. You know, you see results all the time where unexpected players will beat top players, right? But it's being able to do it every week, and that's obviously reflective on your ranking. I don't know if I'd pinpoint necessarily one thing, but what I would say is that it's been a multitude of a few things. And at the end of the day, it's about persistence and discipline, and doing the right things every day, and kind of staying in the process, and having a real long-term goal of things. And I'm not always the most patient person, but you know, trying to handle that a lot better. I felt like I've made strides this year.
Amazing. And without giving any secrets away to your opponents, because who knows, they might be watching, have you made any big changes to your game in the last 2-3 years? And that could be technical, it could be mental, and you don't have to share if they're top secret.
Yeah, I mean, of course, all the time working on different things. I'd say mentally I've improved the most. You know, I think I'm a fighter on the court, and I'll fight till the very last point, no matter what the score is. And equally working on my game, you know, adding that extra 2 to 5% on little things, you know, all adds up. You know, then it's being able to. The hard part is putting it all together in matches. And yeah, there's been some ups and downs this year working on my game, and I knew, going in that it wasn't always going to be straightforward, and results weren't always necessarily going to come, but to kind of trust in the process, trust in the people around me, kind of almost fall back into their hands rather than taking it all on myself, and that's what I've been most pleased about.
Yeah, amazing. And you mentioned there about focusing on the process. When you're setting goals for yourself, are they generally process-driven goals, or do you have, I'm sure you have results goals too. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I have a mixture. I think it's always good to have some targets in your head. Naturally, I think being an athlete, like, you know, you always want to do better, strive for better, do better at tournaments, do better at everything. And yeah, I definitely would say a mix, and I think that's a healthy mix. But yeah, just being able to do the daily fundamentals really well. You know, I think you can get too complicated with things, and it's actually, a lot of it is about doing the basics very well. And I think that's what, you know, the top players do very, very well. You know, they turn up, they compete well. They get the best out of them in whatever given day. You know, you're not always going to play perfect tennis, but you know, dealing with what you got on that given day is really important.
Definitely. Final question before the quickfire round. So, if you were to give one piece of advice to an aspiring junior player, so think back to yourself when you were kind of 11, 12, not quite sure what you wanted to do, what would it be? And I'm breaking this into three questions, actually. So, advice for them, advice for their parent, and advice for their coach.
Okay, so advice for the player would be to enjoy every moment. I can honestly look back in juniors and you think it means everything, and it really doesn't. It's just a stepping stone. You know, you go to the seniors and you start from zero again. The second thing I would say for parents would be to just support wherever you can, just be super supportive. And I know you want your kids to win, but equally your child wants to win probably just as much, if not more, as they're playing. And you know, if you have a hard loss, to not crash and burn them as well, because you're already feeling that way. So I'd definitely say that's a big thing. And for coaches to think about what you want your player to be like at 20 to 25 rather than at 14. Yeah. You know, it's all well and good being the best 14-year-old, but I'd much rather be the best, you know, 24-year-old 20-year-old experienced player when you get onto the Pro Tour. So to think long term about game-wise.
That's incredible advice. Right, quick fire questions. You ready? These are fun.
Okay.
They're going to start easy, and then the last ones are less easy, but they're still fun, right?
Okay.
So, are you ready?
Yeah.
Forehand or backhand?
Backhand.
Serve or return?
Return.
Volleys or ground strokes?
Ground strokes.
Clay or grass?
Grass.
You're very quick at these. You know your game, right? Power or touch?
Touch.
Technical or tactical?
Tactical.
Physical or mental?
Physical.
Here's one. On-court coaching or not on the Pro Tour?
Not.
Weirdest thing in your tennis bag?
Weirdest thing. Weirdest thing. No, I have to really think.
This is a tough one.
Weirdest thing. Oh, hand gel. You know, my hands get really sweaty and I can't grip the racket.
So it's like a chalk gel sort of thing. Okay,
like
that's
what you
good.
see in gyms.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
And you never lose your racket because of that.
Yeah.
Nice. Final one, most important one. Pineapple on a pizza, yes or no?
No.
Good. Good answer. We're agreed.
No.
Thank you so much for your time. It's
Thank
been amazing. And yeah, good luck with 2023.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Awesome.
So, I hope you enjoyed my interview with Harriet. It was a pleasure to meet her, and as you could tell, she was super easygoing and easy to talk to. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up button and let me know in the comments below if you agree with her last answer. Thanks as always for making it through to the end of this video, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.